is what you need to begin to practice it fully. Share this video with friends as they could be your clan and you could begin on the journey.
Hi there, this is the Masters teaching video, a guide on how to actually begin the Scythe path. We have discussed the sword path. If you haven't watched that video, watch it down below. Watch both parts. It's in two parts on the sword path, on what you need to do and how to begin and start practicing it. So within this video we are going to talk about the Scythe path and this one will also be within two parts. Okay, first what the Scythe path is. The Scythe path is the focus on a external force or divine nature upon a god or a lord, mainly towards to a patron god or a patron lord that you have a specific favor with, and that on how to gain a favor in that with a god or a lord. It is usually though you have to go through a lot of invocation rituals, spells, summonings and such. And also the god, usually you build altars or shrines to it, keep offerings and such, and make oaths and pacts and etc. To work with the energy that the deity gives, and that to work with its teachings, its knowledge, its persona and its personality within your everyday today life, and that because it will help you to shape and influence a path that you want to take in that. So that's usually what the Scythe path is, and that it's about the external things around you, and that looking outward instead of fully inward. And that you still look inward, and that within the Scythe path though, to understand who you are and what you want is very important in that. Just as such, with looking outward within the sword path is also important in that, as your influence there will help others and encourage others in that. So that's the external part of the sword path. Now, Scythe path fully focuses on that external structure, the outward structure, thinking out the box to help others and to help your clan, your group to move on up and that. So it's kind of, this is where the right hand path features and teachings and practices will come into masses and that, as with those who focus on the Scythe path and that. So these are the things that the Scythe path will need, and that for you to actually start practicing this path, and that it is a way of life that you use in order to help manifest your structures, your spell work and such within Masticism and that. So if you're choosing the Scythe path, you're choosing a path that will benefit others, that you want to focus on benefiting like an area or a group of people that, and gaining a favor of an external force that, so that when you finally like die within this life and that and your life is at its end when you go into the afterlife, then that you will now know that you have the favor of that deity, and you will enter into their realm that they have for those who have worshipped and followed them in that. It's kind of like their promised land in that. For example, that if your patron god is Odin, though within Massanism, Odin though is typically known as the wise, the wise one, the wise father, though that. So if you follow him though with the directions of Massanism and that, you'll end up in his hole when you pass on and that, from this life to that life and that and such. So that's on how the Scythe path works. They're showing you on how to gain that favor so that you can actually get into that place though when this journey is over and that though. But this journey though is just as important as that next journey is and that. Okay, so the first thing though that you technically need in that the first thing that you will need is to have a meetup place down that, whether it's a physical place though that you can actually go to in that, or a secure online chat group in that. So that's the very first thing that you need to establish down that if you are preparing to use the Scythe path within Masses and that. The next thing that you need though is 5 members and that because plus you will make 6 and that. You can still just start off though with 2 if you're unable to actually find 5 members and that. So if you haven't if you're struggling though to get 5 members, you can just start off though with 2 and that because in traditional wise then that it usually takes 3 to like form a group, coven or a clan and that. So that is why then you need at least 2 people because plus you will make 3. Then you will need to have a clan name and a clan logo. So this is technically important on that because you need to name your clan as the leader in that, and you will need to also have a emblem, a logo to help identify your clan in that, and you need to make sure that all the members that were in your group in that know this logo or emblem in that. Usually though you vote on it together within the Scythe path, you don't just make decisions though on your own. You usually consult with outsource advice in that, and then through that you weigh your options and then you make a decision on that. Because within the Scythe path it also emphasizes on trusting the leader, but also the leader must also trust those who follow him or her. So your logo though needs to be something that they can easily identify and that they know and that they can usually use, and that whenever they say no, I'm part of this clan, they know the clan's name and they know and they can show the logo and such stuff. This is just used to like when you are doing business with the clan and that, then you're using the clan's name and that they have down the specific logo and that, and you can also technically get it trademarked and such, and in a way though it will become your personal thing and that, or with the clan, with the other members of that, the clan's personal symbol, emblem, and logo and that, so that it's just, yeah, people can like within the community of racism will know which clan is which and that, by their names, of course, and of course their logos and that. And then of course then you need a profound mission goal for clan and that. So for example that when you start up a clan your mission goal and that will be for example to gain the favor of Odin or any other god or deity in that, which is using the Odin as an example, the wise one. So you gain the wise one's favor and that and aid within your practices and that. So you'll be like using like sigil magic and such and that, and you'll be able to be using that magic done that with all the runes and that to gain the favor for the wise one and that, so that you know that when you working with your spouse, with your clan and that, you are gaining assistance and aid from the wise one and such, so that you know that whenever you pass on that you have done what you can to earn his favor and thus you'll enter into his halls and that his in a way he's heaven and that, but it's usually viewed as Valhalla and that, so you will enter into the halls of Odin and that, where you'll be in the afterlife and that. Because during your existence here, that within this mortal plane, you will be able to gain wisdom and knowledge in that, with studying like that type of magic, practicing that type of magic with all the runes and that, and you'll be able to create a strong group and a strong community around that group and that, and such too. This usually is not. This is just including the magic part on it. There's also the business part. There's also the financial part and the community outreach part and that and such stuff, which will factor in that your status as a clan, that whether you're a good clan to trust and that, to trade with and that, and that you're reliable and such and that, or whether you're a bad clan and that, and a little bit unreliable and that. So usually the image within the community's eye usually is highly important in that, because if the community doesn't view you in a bad light, you would have a struggle on that, going through the community in that, with trying to get business done, trying to make friends and that, important connections and that, so you have struggled to view with a bad image in that. So if you have a good image in that, it will make things very easy for your clan and that. Usually within the safe path and that, they usually would test those who follow the soul path, and the soul path will do the same by testing those who are in the safe path and that, by having like friendly competition and that. So a person within the soul path will probably open up a business though next to a or near the one though who's following the Scythe path, have friendly competition and that and they're selling like similar products and that and showing who can get more customers and such and that but it's usually done in good spirit and that promoting the motivation, ambition and such that so that people can push themselves past their limits and that and gain more success and then that will help the community to grow and also make it stronger in unity and communication and that. So that's what usually the Scythe path will do and that such with those who follow the sword path and that but they shouldn't clash too much because if tensions rise, the scale path will then step in and lower down tensions and such. But yeah, so that's the first part of how to actually begin in the Scythe path and what you'll be needing in that and such. Within the second video we'll explain about how you should work with teams in that and how to start up like a secure chat and how you should if you have a physical space and that on how that would work and that and such and also how to do the community outreach thing and that and such remember that we do have a link for catalog and that where you can buy order some stuff in that we have the variety of things with magical items and that and a few cosmetics and that and such. So if you enjoy these videos and you're learning from these videos, remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and leave a like or comment on the video and that if you have any questions on that and you can also share that with your friends these videos those who are interested in opening a path towards the magic and the occult in that but really don't know how to start in that you can share these videos with them and that and they can learn from these videos. But until next time, I will see you in the next video.